Hey everybody, meteorologist Brad Petovich here with your Ski Southeast forecast. As we're going into the weekend, wish I had better news for this weekend. It's still going to be pretty mild, but we're seeing a little bit of a cooling trend. I'm optimistic that some of the snowmakers might get some opportunities this weekend, but it's not a great snowmaking or natural snow weekend. But temperatures are on the way down. I really want to focus more on the huge pattern change coming next week. We're finally going to see this Southeast Ridge break down, and it looks like some significant changes are in the offing for next week. But as I show you the system, I'll show you it's a pretty large system that's going to be moving across the country. You see the warm air surging up ahead of it. Now, I don't know how far north that warm air is going to get. It might not make it into the ski areas of the Southeast. North Carolina probably a little bit at risk. But as that system moves east, that's the pattern changing system. We're going to see severe weather in the middle of the country. And as this system pushes off to the east, what's going to happen after this system moves through, it is going to usher in some much colder air. In fact, we're going to see a huge cool down on the back side of this. And this is going to be pretty awesome setup going into next weekend. So let me show you how this unfolds here. So we'll start with this weekend. Not great. There's just all mostly rain. Though I will tell you at the tail end of this on Monday, there might be some snow up in West Virginia and Maryland. So I do think there's a minor snow chance Monday, late Sunday, Monday, and maybe snowmaking early in the week. But here comes our pattern changing system right there. You see how big it is. It starts as all rain in the southeast, and then watch what happens as this swings through. On the back side, we get some natural snow. Northwest flow could be a couple-day event, maybe the best event of the season so far. And on top of that, it'll be cold enough to make snow. So next weekend, if you're targeting a weekend to go skiing, this is the weekend before Christmas. It is looking really, really good right now. Look at this going all the way into Sunday of next week. And the reason this is such a great setup is obviously you see the natural snow, but you see the connection to the Great Lakes here? These bands coming in like that. We're picking up some warm, moist air coming off the Great Lakes, picking it up, and we're depositing it in this cold air that's going to be moving into those western and northwest facing slopes. So that's a really good setup for a prolonged northwest flow event. In fact, I'll show you what it looks like as far as the snowfall is concerned. You'll see a little bit of the snow going into this weekend. I'll pause this on Monday, and I'll just kind of quickly hint at some of the totals up in here again. Is it crazy high? Certainly not. Not a huge deal. We'll go through the middle of next week. We'll stop this around Thursday. You notice we're starting to see some snow up here in parts of Pennsylvania and a little bit more in West Virginia. That's as this system winds up and heads east. But I want you to watch what happens as we go into next weekend. I'll go a little slower here. Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, and by Sunday night, we'll zoom in on some of these areas. Let's go to North Carolina first. Look at that snow. Some of these totals are going to be great. They're talking the biggest totals so far in that 4 to 6 inch range down towards the Smokies. So that's Cataloochee right there, Ober-Gatlinburg there. Head over towards like Wolf Ridge, Wolf Laurel area, and then back towards areas towards Beach Sugar, going over there towards areas heading up towards Appalachian. Then you go up into Virginia and West Virginia. Winter Place gets a good clobber, but boy, look at these areas from Wisp, Canaan, Timberline, all the way down to Snowshoe. I mean, that's the best I've seen so far. Pocahontas County, and then up here in Canaan Valley. Oh, that looks really good. And then up into Wisp. Look at these totals. You're going to be up into this maybe a foot plus. So by far the best setup of the entire season, but we're going to have to wait till next week, I'm afraid. So we take a look at the forecast through next Wednesday. I am somewhat optimistic for some natural snow Monday morning up in West Virginia, Maryland, maybe some natural snow and some snowmaking, just snowmaking opportunity maybe late Sunday, Monday. Really this weekend with the colder air, it's going to be really marginal each night, but there's a little chance we could fluff up some of the snow with some snowmaking. But we're really holding out for next weekend because that pattern change, once it gets here, folks, it looks like it's going to stick around. This could really set a cold pattern going into Christmas, and great timing because a lot of folks start to get off that week before Christmas into Christmas, and then the Christmas weekend, the week between Christmas and New Year's. That's when we want to see the cold and the snow, and it looks like right now everything's working out that way. I know it's warm and wet right now, but we're kind of trading that now to get the cold and snow then, which is going to be awesome. So as always, have a great weekend and think snow.